What's going on, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm gonna work in the garage a little bit more. So right now I'm on my way to the metal supply shop where I got the 1-inch square tubing for the first shelf that I built in the garage. Today I want to build a shelf on the other end of the garage, so that way we can get all the stuff that's sitting on the floor onto the shelf and more organized, so we can clear up all the space in the center of the garage. So the sooner we get the shelf built, the sooner we can start working on the wagon. I definitely want to start working on the wagon this following week and you know, get the ball rolling on that. So after I get my square tubings, I'm gonna go to Home Depot, and somebody commented that they had a sale on totes for storages, and I've been there a few times. I've stared at the totes. I've never looked at the price, and apparently they're under 10 bucks, and see if I can try to grab like 3, 4 or something like that. I got this little package. I'm not sure what's in here, but it is for Dana. This one right here came from Racer Miata. I forgot these guys go to lunch at 12 and it's 12:09, so I'm gonna go Home Depot first and then we'll come back here. That's sick. $7.98 for a 27-gallon. I think it'd be a little too big for the rack, but this one will work. So there are 5 bars of 1-inch square tubing, 16 gauge. 10 foot each. I bought the extra 10 foot because these came in 20. I cut the other 10 from the last shelf, and the extra 10 was on the shelf, so I said, you know what, I'll just take it 2 just in case, because I did have to make 2 trips because I under measured. The more I look at the garage, the more I'm getting excited. If you guys can picture this with me, right, you can see that the left side of the garage is all spacious, and the right side of the garage is not so spacious. But if you really look at it, it's just boxes that are just sitting everywhere. This is just a random box with CRX interior pieces. This is miscellaneous, like door panels, door handle panel, like plastics. These are miscellaneous brackets that I use, you know, when I need to weld something or come up with something to make something work. These are just empty boxes. These guys are GSR girdle. I believe this is like my Speed Factory stuff that came in that I haven't touched. All of this stuff right here is the stuff that belongs to the wagon when we do the all-wheel drive stuff, the trailing arms, the subframe, so on and so forth. And like I said, just a lot of miscellaneous stuff. ECUs are all the dual point stuff that I did from swaps a while back. Those are OBD2 single cam. And then over here, big empty boxes, differential, manifold, all that stuff. Once I take it out of the box, goes on the shelf, it's gonna clear up so much room. These guys as well, this is an empty box, and I'm stoked. I'm really stoked to make this change in the garage and make a ton more room for activities. So before I get started on cleaning this end over here and getting the rack measured out, we're gonna open this package we just picked up from the PO box. This first package is it says fulfillment department, and it really doesn't have a name to it, so we're gonna open this now. Nothing inside. Okay, so this right here is for the cam gears. Oh, this is neat, and it's Bluetooth. Hey, whoever sent this to me, I truly appreciate it. I might have seen it in the comment section before, because I go through it really often, but I don't remember the person's name. So be sure to comment down below if you sent it to me. The second package right here came from Ricer Miata. This was sent to me from Chris and Christopher themselves, and I am almost certain that these are the stickers. Well, you look at that. Hey, we got a Ricer Miata air freshener. I'm definitely gonna put this in use. We got some Junk stickers. If you guys don't know, Junk is his brand. So if you guys want to copy any merch from Ricer Miata, be sure to hit his, you know, his website, junkforless.net. Vape God. I got some super friends, guys. I got some super friends that will love this. I remember when Chris Rudnick first started his channel, he always said, "What's going on, Chris Rudnick here?" And then it's Rodnock's Mod Shop. I remember when he was out there with Tommy up in, you know, up north, and he had that little shop where this name came from, and it stuck, and it kind of suits him, and it kind of makes sense. Thank you guys for this care package. I definitely cannot wait to go out to Florida and collaborate with you guys and really get to work on that EF that you guys have. There's a bunch of other YouTubers that I want to collaborate with, and I've looked at tickets. I was looking at a one-way ticket, and it's kind of expensive right now. So I was talking to Christopher, which is Chris's buddy in the channel, and we spoke about, like, what if I was able to get a car out to Florida. He said to throw it out there and see if any one of you guys do like auto shipping, you know, people who deliver cars across the United States. If somebody's willing to help me bring probably my CRX to Florida, and when I do end up going to Florida, I'd have a car to drive around, and you know, a car that I can take out to the track with Rudnock road course or the drag strip or whatever. Just something that I can cruise around in instead of Uber or borrowing a car or whatever the case may be. I think it'll be super dope, and a car that I can, you know, it's mine, that I can drive hours out. Say if I want to go meet Honda Street Garage, he's like maybe, I don't know, a couple hours north of Rudnock, that I'd have a car to just drive out that way. So if any of you guys do auto shipping, if you guys want to help me in some form, let me know in the comments below. So this is a brand new toolbox, right? And I'm not sure if I want to put the stickers on the toolbox. Honestly, the drawers down here are too small for most of the stickers, and the only place I can put it is top, bottom, and maybe along the sides. But I also thought about putting a nice board right here, black or maybe clear or something. Put a board here, right, and just have everybody's sticker all over this, because I'm always recording right here anyways, so you guys can kind of see it right there, you know what I mean? And I still have to go through all the stickers before we stick it anywhere, but that's like the least of my worries as of right now. So I'm gonna grab the square tubing out of the van in just a minute, but I'm not using that thin 1x1 square tubing for the legs, because I have this right here, 2x2 square tubing, and 30 feet of that. I'm gonna use these for the legs, right? There should be enough here to make the 4-post for the shelf, and then the 1x1 square tubing is going to be the cross beam, which is going to hold up like all of the, you know, storage boxes and all of that. So sketch. That one wheel is bent right there. So this is the all-wheel drive trailing arm. Got the spherical bushings, rear subframe. The rear mount is filled in with urethane, as well as these top ones right here are filled in as well. Then these are filled in as well. It's like a dampener or something. Rear mount, and then the axles right there. I totally forgot I had these lying around. I did get sponsored by Y&S Lexan, and they provided me some new ones, some tinted ones. If you guys want to check out some Lexans for your chassis, be sure to hit the description below for the Y&S contact information to get some Lexan for your race cars. Maybe? Nah, street car life. I debated on putting my original wagon fenders back on the car, just because side marker, it doesn't have the cutout. If you guys haven't seen my wagon, It has custom cutouts I did a long time ago to clear some 27-inch like snow tires. You can see that right there. And I don't know, kind of feel like I want to put my original fenders back on, but this one is baconed out. This one had some aggressive wheels in the front at one point and baconed the fenders. Good old slipstreams. Ooh. We got that Spoon Sport SW38, baby. I got all the fenders hung up in one side, and now I want to start measuring. I mean, I already measured before I went to the store, obviously, because I had to buy accordingly. So from the tire over here is about 6. I'm probably gonna call it 6.5, maybe even 7 feet. I'm gonna do 6 feet tall, which is like that guy over there. And 6 feet is right here, so that gives me about another 1.5 feet between the 6 feet mark. You guys can't see that. So the tote is like 12.5 inch tall, and where the 6 foot mark is with the tote on top of it, as long as I don't stack anything on top of the lid, we should have enough clearance between the top of the tote to the garage. So yeah, now I'm gonna go ahead and grab those big 2x2s and mark out 6 feet is what I'm going to do from the floor up, and cut 4 of those suckers out. Alright guys, so I have my 4-post cut down. Oh, this Harbor Freight stuff, love it. So I got the 4-post cut to 6 feet, and this guy had to be added on and then cut to 6 feet because the 30 foot of 2x2 I had was 2 different pieces. So before I take these guys and put them in their corners, I am going to take measurements of how long I need the 1x1 square tubing to go from here to here. Not sure why I'm in sandals right now, but I got all my crossbars cut out. They are 6 feet and 1 inch. And the reason why it's 1 inch is because I really wanted this to be like as far out as possible to make the shelf as big as I can, utilizing the space. Alright guys, so we are back here in the garage, and last night I finished the front and back shelving for the rack, and I got it welded front, bottom, and the back side. I didn't weld the top because that's where the wood is going to sit, and I don't want it to be bulging out. So I gotta measure the cross, I don't know the terminology, the crossbar that goes from here to the back of the shelf, so that way we can connect all of them together. About 22 and an eighth, or 22. I think I got enough room to just do a straight 22. So now let's transfer this into the bars to cut 4 22s. So I cut 4 22-inch bars, and I got these bottom ones right here already tacked into place. Just one tack, just so I have some flexibility. And the top one right here are aligned into place. So what I did was I took these angle magnets, made sure that it's true 90, and then I took these bars right here and clamped it down to the ones that are already welded, so that way it's flush up. So that way when the board goes on, it's not gonna have a gap or flip-flop. Got it on both ends, gaps are closed, and I'm about to tack these guys in a second. But I came over here to make sure that we still have some flexibility on this end in case there's a gap, right? You can see there's a gap here, that I can close this gap. So that's good. I'm gonna go ahead and carry on with making some more progress. Really want to knock this shelf out, cut these guys, get it in place with bars in the middle to support this being as thin as it is before the sun goes down, so we could start racking all the junk on here. Oh yeah. All right. I'm surprised how sturdy this is. I even added like a little peg in the back right here to stop this from, like, you know, moving out of place or whatever. But I had this right here, these bars in the middle, spaced at 29 inches from the ends, because this is 2x4, right? So 4 feet ends here, and I needed a little like edge for the lip to lay over on. So I did 29 inches, and you can see they're both sitting right in the middle of that. I may change this to a thicker board next time, because I didn't add any bars here, so if I put something really heavy it could bow. But other than that, the shelf are done. Probably gonna cut this another day. I'm too lazy to cut this right now, and I'm gonna start organizing all the stuff onto the shelf, guys. It's gonna take me some time, so. And just like that, the shelf is packed. All right, guys, so the last clip was 2 days ago, and yesterday was Saturday. We had everybody over chilling, you know, just barbecuing it up, just relaxing. And I resumed cleaning the garage today, Sunday, or tonight, and I think we're like 95% done with the garage reorganization. Check it out. So you guys probably remember from the toolbox video, we started on the left side of the garage, and the last couple of days I've been working, you know, the center of the garage. I've been working on the right side of the garage, and I must say there is a ton more room now in the garage. So I'm gonna start in the back over here. If you guys have seen in the videos, I've walked back here a few times to get to the cabinet, and I had a whole bunch of boxes and stuff that were on the floor, stuff that was hanging, stuff that was stacking, and all of that has been moved out, a lot of it thrown away. A few of the stuff that was sitting down there, like fan mail and stuff, are now on the shelf. Over here on the shelf, I only consolidated the stuff that I, you know, are going to be using soon, not soon like 10 years, soon, and stuff that I use on a daily, or, you know, more valuable stuff like the turbo manifolds, or, you know, the differentials and stuff like that. But so the top shelf right here has totes with, like, I guess fan mail, you can call it. This came from John, a lot of stuff in there that I could use. This tote over here has the stuff that came from Scott, and then this one right here has like miscellaneous turbo housings and stuff, you know, chilling up there. These two guys in the back are GSR internals for the blocks that are in the storage. Valve cover sent from Anthony, painted teal, which is freaking awesome because we're going to be using that on the new build. Miscellaneous stuff, fabrication parts, brake pads. These are pipings for the left and right side of an EG, EK, DC style, the 180 bends. So there's like 2 pairs in there that I'm gonna keep for, you know, if I ever need it. Radiators, we have tarps and, you know, floor mats and stuff like that. These guys never changed. The jack and jack stand stays right here in this little corner. The table is only out for the stuff that I'm working on that day, but otherwise the table will be folded up and stored over there. And right now we have 2 diffs that I got to work on as far as pinning goes for customers. This one right here is for my cousin's DB1 with the nip-in turbo piston scat rod combo. This right here is for Ricky. You got to do all the hot parts with the downpipe right there. All the stuff that used to sit right here has been like tossed, you know, or storage away. But the engine, this one right here, used to sit here, which took up a lot of room. This guy was on the floor with that tranny, and this guy was all the way over here. So I cleaned it up a little bit, moved that over there, put this tranny on his own, put the engine on the stand, and then moved these guys side by side to clear up like 3 more foot of space, so people don't walk and kick, you know, like all the metal parts, because that's no joke. All the stuff on the outside of the garage, this one right here is going to the storage. This cart is going to the storage once I find a place for all my sprayers. Tool cart is going to the storage because we don't need that anymore, and it is completely empty. I think this video is like really long now because I've just been talking and talking and talking. But I hope you guys are stoked for the garage space, the garage cleanup, and how much better it looks from when we started. Now, before we end this video, I talked in the toolbox tour video that we're going to be doing something with these 2 packages and more, actually, that used to sit right there. So I've been holding on to these parts for a very long time. They actually sat under this rack right here that used to sit over here and kind of stored away since like 8,000 subscribers. And I just didn't feel like it was the right time to do the giveaway. And I felt like now, with 2020 being here, and the first video of the year was the toolbox tour video, I felt like this is the right time to do the giveaway. Plus the 80K subscriber milestone. I want to thank you guys for all the support throughout this last, you know, 2 years that helped bump the channel up so much. And you know, in part of that, I wanted to do this giveaway finally. And also, to tell you guys the truth, I felt like it was a great time as well too, because I finally cleaned the garage and I finally pulled these guys back out. Definitely don't want to stick them back up on the shelf for another decade. I'm not going to go into full details as far as the giveaway stuff. I'll probably announce that on Friday, and more in depth of, you know, how to get into it and what you got to do to get into it and stuff like that, and how we're going to go about doing this giveaway. But obviously the first box here, it says Craftsman, and again, because this year we started off with a toolbox tour, this is also in relations to that. We got the Craftsman Impact hammer ratchet set with a brand new hose. I've never used this, so it's brand new. I mean, the box looked kind of beat up because it sat for so many years, but this is one of it, right? This guy right here is a full socket set, 3/8 and 1/2 inch. Brand new in the bag, never been opened, never been used, right? So I've been going to Harbor Freight and grabbing more tools to add on to this giveaway. And I got some 3/8 ratchet, 1/2 inch ratchet. I still have to go get some screwdrivers, some needle nose, some wire cutters and stuff like that. Maybe a socket rack to organize this to whoever wins this whole package deal. But this is what's going to be in the giveaway. I'm going to be very specific about this giveaway, so you guys stay posted for the announcement of it and how we're going to go about doing it. These guys are burning fire or wood or something. It's pretty cloudy. So be sure to hit the subscribe button. And one more thing before we go, I want to give a big shout out to Joe and Kat. They were here yesterday as well too, and Joe was telling me that when I was working on his wagon on a house call, he had broken his downpipe from work, and he lives 30 miles out. So he was asking me if I could repair his downpipe, and I said, sure, you know, bring it over, middle of the night. And it was also pouring rain. So when I was working on his downpipe, I was actually using my, you know, good old faithful Harbor Freight grinder, right? And Joe and Kat noticed this. I didn't think much of it. It worked. It turned on. You know, it was doing its job. But they were concerned for my safety, and they took it upon themselves, obviously without me knowing. And when they came by yesterday, they presented me a present, and also for my new toolbox, a brand new DeWalt grinder. Truly appreciate you guys so much, and I thank you guys a lot for being very concerned with my safety. So Cat and Joe, thank you for that DeWalt grinder. So that is going to be the end of this video, you guys. I hope you enjoyed the cleanup of this garage. Be sure to give this video a thumbs up if you guys did. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.